is it's about Muhammad, but his name is not in there.
It doesn't matter. The whole chapter is his name is not there. So what? Does that mean it's not about him? Allah only grant Muhammad to forgive his coming sin. Are you saying to me that Allah will forgive your coming sin too? Allah has given you a license for sin, saying to you, I will forgive your
if
past
you
sin?
repent.
No,
if you ask for forgiveness, he doesn't say that automatically. Like if you sin, I'm going to forgive you.
It doesn't say there. If
he mentions and those to follow in the future, the sins that you do in the future. If you repent,
where it says,
if you are guided on the straight way, then Allah will forgive you. It's not a guarantee. You have to work for it.
No, it says ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم وما تأخر. Where it says if you repent.
It says the faults of the past and those to follow.
Where it says if you repent.
Because in the verses after that, it's saying that and Allah may help you for help, and the ones that He has sent her, including the believers, and faith in their hearts, and knowledge and wisdom to know from right and wrong. They know. We know what's between right and wrong. We know what's wrong.
It says
and we know.
Repent.
But we as Muslims, sir, we know that we're not going to get to heaven by just doing sins and not asking forgiveness.
You know nothing as wrong and as right, because the proof, your prophet, Allah installed wisdom in his chest. Not every Muslim he have wisdom in his chest. Only your prophet, Allah made a surgery for him to put wisdom. The rest of them, they don't have surgery, correct?
Right, he was chosen because he's a prophet.
Chosen for what?
That's why he had his heart purified.
Chosen to have the wisdom, correct?
Chosen to be purified, yes.
Purified. And so why the Quran? Let me show you a different verse. Because you are trying to convince me that this verse is not about Muhammad, and I am sure every Muslim is listening to me. He knew exactly that this is about Muhammad. But you know what? I will go with you. The Quran.
Like I said, it can be about Muhammad, but it's not specific. It doesn't have a name, and you can't put a name in a verse if there's no name in there. It's saying lak, and lak is very vague. Lak can be you, lak can be me, lak can be all of us.
No, lady, if you speak Arabic, if you know Arabic,
it does not say لَيُغْفِرْ Muhammad Allah. It says لَيُغْفِرْ lak, and you can't put a name in replace of lak.
Your Arabic is very weak, I can tell. Laka is for individual, one. Lakum is for many. You cannot say laka.
Okay. Laka, but it does not say Muhammad. You can't. At the same time, you still can't put that name in there. You still can't make that judgment, because who are we to say? God didn't say, okay, you say the Quran this way. You follow the Quran, but you don't look at that one verse and you say, okay, this is exactly what it means, and you pretend like that's exactly what it means.
Okay.
Because if the name is not in there, you can't pretend like he's talking about Muhammad. You just can't.
Okay, I'm not the one.
You have to take it as it is. You have to take it. Look at the message. Look at what it's trying to tell you. Look at what God's trying to tell you. That God is will forgive you. You know, and God will help you if you help yourself. That's the message of this verse. That He will guide you on the straight way. That's the message. That you have to look at the whole picture, not just, oh, this is about Muhammad and that's it. And He will forgive his sins in the future and the past.
So let us
if there's no name, you can't be that sure. You're not 100% sure,
okay, no
sir.
problem.
And neither am I. That's why I'm telling you, I'm not sure.
We are trying.
Because if there's no name, Muhammad, you can't. And his name, if Allah wants to put his name, He will put it. Because Muhammad's name is in the Quran.
So
why didn't He put it? Why didn't He put it instead of left?
What's your name again? What's your name?
I'm sorry.
What's your name again?
Could I say it again?
What is your name?
Why does it matter what my name is?
No, so I can call you. I don't know what to call you, really. You know, give me any name you want.
Janine.
Janine, no problem. Tomorrow, call me to my show, and the first thing you tell me that you did search and you find the answer for this verse. Do you promise me?
Did I call the show?
Tomorrow, call me after 8 Eastern Time, and the first thing you will do, you will tell me that I did search for this verse to see it's talking about what, and you will see, if you do your search today and tomorrow, that this verse is about Muhammad. Do we have a deal?
Okay, I agree, but I want to know what your point is. Whether it's about Muhammad or not, what's your point? What are you trying to
Chapter
prove?
40, verse number 55. It's about who?
It's about what?
Chapter 40, verse number 55.
Surah 40.
40, verse number 55.
Hold on. Okay.
It's about who?
But there are no prophet or it to be the wrongdoers to present their excuses. No. It's talking about the day of judgment and
About who? It says, you know, ask God for forgiveness for your sin. Who? He's talking to who?
the verse is talking about the people and their sins.
No, listen, it says
about the day of judgment. What do you...
بذنبك, one individual. ذنبك, not ذنبكم. Read it.
Are you in Surah Al-Ghafir, Surah 40?
Surah Ghafir, verse number 55. واستغفر
55.
Verse number 55.
Okay.
Verse number 55. Chapter 40, verse number 55.
Okay.
Ghafir. فاصبر إن وعد الله حق واستغفر لذنبك وسبح. Who is the one Allah saying to him, ask Allah for forgiveness?
Allah.
Okay, who is the one who is going to be forgiven? Allah is making sin? Are you there?
Wait, here's the thing though. The verse before it, 54, as Hudan wa dhikra la'ulil, and then it's saying, basically is a guide and a message to men of understanding.
No, that's not the question.
It's men of understanding. It's saying men.
Who is the one?
54.
Lady?
And after that, it's talking about forgiveness. Do you see what I mean? You have to tie it together because 54 is saying a message to men. It's not saying a message to a specific person. It's saying men plural. And then it says 55 right after that.
Listen, the verse
of Allah is
verse
true.
number 55. First the Quran.
And if you go to 56, Inna alladhina is those, plural, who dispute about the signs of Allah, those who deny it, refuse it. Alladhina. So this surah is not about Muhammad. Each verse is different.
Continue. No, continue.
You can't be like, this whole surah is about Muhammad. You can't. Because alladhina is plural.
About Muhammad. Lady, come on. You know, tomorrow you will call me again. Put a note. Make a note, please.
But sir, how can you say it's about Muhammad if it says Inna alladhina?
Can you make a note, please? Can you make a note? Write it down, and tomorrow you call me, and you will say to me, you were right about them, both of them. Until now, I give you two. Correct?
You want to talk about the verses?
Yeah, I gave you two verses. Two chapters.
Tomorrow I have night class. I'm going to be home really late.
Can you take a note? Can you take a note?
Whenever I can, inshallah. Whenever I can, I'll call in.
Take your time. Take your time and call me when you get the answer to my show, and you will see it says this is about Muhammad. Now let me take you to the different chapter. Chapter 47.
Surah 47?
Right.
47, hold on.
Yeah. This is the chapter of Muhammad himself. The name of the chapter is Muhammad. Okay. Now, who is this verse saying, ask God for forgiveness?
Who is what?
Who is the one there is asking God for forgiveness? Allah saying to him, ask Allah for forgiveness.
In this surah, give me the verse.
I gave you the verse. Verse number 19, chapter 47, which is Muhammad.
Number 19?
Verse number 19.
Number 19.
And now you are the one who asked me for Sahih, right? Hadith. There it says in the explanation, في Sahih al-Bukhari, it says, the Prophet used to pray, asking, saying, Allahumma aghfir li khati'ati wa jahli wa israfi fi amri. Allah, forgive me for my sin and ignorance and spreading money, or israfi, I don't know how to translate it. Like if somebody is spending too much money or wasting a lot of money, they call it israf.
I see the verse.